The home buying process in Massachusetts is similar to the general home buying process, but there are some unique aspects specific to the state. So in today's video, I'm going to give you an overview of the typical steps involved in purchasing a home here in Massachusetts. Hi there, my name is Heather. I'm a real estate agent here in Massachusetts with Next Home Signature Realty, and today I'm going to be talking about the typical steps involved in purchasing a home here in Massachusetts. So the first step is going to be to get pre-approved for a mortgage, unless you're a cash buyer, but typically your first step would be to get pre-approved for a mortgage. So before you start house hunting, it's important to get pre-approved for a mortgage, and basically this just means it involves submitting financial documentation to a lender who will then evaluate everything between your finances and your credit and determine how much you can borrow. And then a pre-approval letter is going to show the sellers that you're a serious buyer and can give you a competitive edge. It's definitely 100% recommended to get pre-approved before you start house hunting. For the second thing on my list, I would say to find a real estate agent, which is optional. You do not need to use a real estate agent to purchase a home, but it's not required. But if you choose to work with a real estate agent, that agent can guide you through the process, and they can help you find properties that meet your criteria. They can help negotiate on your behalf and handle paperwork and anything else that can come up within a transaction of a home sale. Now the fun part. So once you pick out your realtor and you get your pre-approval, you can start house hunting. So you can, once pre-approved, you can begin looking for homes within your range. Your agent can help you find listings and attend open houses with you and schedule showings, like private showings if needed. And if you are relocating, specific for myself, I work with a lot of relocation clients, so I often will do FaceTime tours and video tours as well. And then after you find a home that you love, whether it's in person or virtual, you then can make an offer. So your agent will help you to make that offer, of course, which basically just outlines the price that you're willing to pay, your financing details, and then any contingencies that you wanted to include, such as a home inspection and a mortgage, like financing for a mortgage. And the offer is often accompanied by an earnest money deposit. So usually it's around 1% to 2% of the sale price. And that just shows that you're committed to the transaction. So up next, so after the offer is submitted, the seller may accept or reject or counter your offer. However, once both parties agree on the price and the terms, you will sign the purchase and sale agreement. And this document is a legally binding document, and it outlines all of the conditions of the sale. Up next, home inspection. So in Massachusetts, a home inspection is typically performed after the offer is accepted, but before the purchase and sale is signed. The inspection helps you identify any potential issues with the home. So if there are serious issues found, you have the option to negotiate repairs or ask for a price reduction, or to just back out of the sale completely. Once you have signed your purchase and sale agreement, you will then work with your lender to finalize your mortgage. So you will need to provide additional documentation to them at that point. You will have to undergo a property appraisal and confirm all of the financial details. Lenders typically give buyers about 30 days to secure financing after the contract is signed, but that can vary. But typically it would be about 30 days, but it could be longer than that. And after the contract is signed, in Massachusetts, the closing process includes a title search to ensure that the property is free of legal issues such as unresolved liens or disputes. And you'll also need to obtain title insurance to protect against any future claims against the property. And then next up is the final walkthrough. So before closing, you'll do a final walkthrough of the home to ensure that everything is in the condition that it was agreed upon in the contract. This typically happens the night before the closing or the morning of, depending on the time of the closing. If there are any repairs or other issues that were promised, you definitely want to make sure that those are addressed prior to signing those papers on the day of closing. And up next is closing day. So on the day of closing, you will review and sign the final paperwork. And then you will, that's when like the down payment and closing costs and any other fees would be paid. Those would be held in escrow, and then on that day when they would actually be handed over. And then the seller will hand over, well, not the seller agent will hand over the keys to your buyer agent, and your buyer agent will hand you the keys to the property, and then it is yours. So in Massachusetts, closings typically happen at a lawyer's office. The attorney will help review the final documents, facilitate the transfer of funds, and ensure that everything is legally good to go. And then it's yours. So after closing, the deed is recorded with the local registry of deeds, and the home officially becomes yours. And you will then at that time need to update your utilities and change your address and just take care of any other post-move responsibilities. So that is going to do it for me today. If you have any questions about purchasing a home in Massachusetts, or any other questions about the home buying process, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so you're notified when I post my next video. Other than that, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching.